Hey, what's up yogis and wrestlers? Today is kind of a change in pace because we're going to be very gentle today. We're just hopping on our mat and we're just going to do a decompressive lower back flow. So if you have some hip tightness or some lower back stiffness from being in your stance all the time, this flow is going to be perfect for you. It's going to be very gentle and very slow, and we're going to use the wall a good bit to get our legs above our heart. So with that being said, if you have a strap, that's great, but if you need a pillow, or if you have a pillow, that is absolutely wonderful, or a cushion just so we can sit up and raise our hips above our heart. It's very important for this flow, so if you have those, go ahead and grab those, and I will meet you on your mat. So today we're going to start in child pose. So let's start with our knees about 3 to 4 inches apart. Make sure you're sitting all the way down here on your hips, on your heels. So you're really firm on your heels, your feet are flat. And let's just walk the hands out in front of us first before we do anything. And let's open up the heart. So we're pulling the heart forward, lifting up the heart that way, extending the spine. So you feel your vertebrae all the way from your chest to your hip bones, just lengthen. And then from here, let's exhale, start to walk the hands forward, keeping that long spine, walk all the way down to your child pose. Let your forehead get heavy. From here, let's find 2 full breaths. Wherever you're feeling tight, just send your breath to that area. So if you're feeling some lower back stiffness, just breathe into your lower stomach, feel your lower back expand. And on the exhale, just feel it decompress, relax a little bit deeper, and maybe you can sit a little bit heavier on your heels. From here, let's walk the hands over to the left, just maybe about 6 inches or so, and then set that right hand on top of the left, reaching that right hand away from the right hip, getting a long spine, just breathing into the right side of the body. 1 full breath into the lower, the lower parts of the spine. Oh, that feels good. On your next exhale, walk back to the center and then over to the right, just about 6 inches or so. Step the left hand on top of the right hand and reach with that left hand. You can either make this a relaxed stretch, dropping down, or an active stretch, reaching the left hand away from that left hip. I really enjoy making this an active stretch. You can find a lot of space in the side body, so go ahead and find one more big inhale. And then exhale as you walk back to the center. From here, let's slowly come up. And we're gonna inhale, drop the hips down into a seal. So before we do anything, we're just gonna find a couple breaths here. So this is a great counter stretch to a child pose. So it's the exact opposite movement. So maybe find your 80% where you start to feel a little bit of tension being built, just to where you're opening up the vertebrae the opposite direction. Let's find one more inhale, maybe reach the chin high. And then exhale all the way back into child pose. And we're gonna do 3 of those. So let's inhale, reach the heart up, drop the hips down, and then exhale, child pose. 2 more. Inhaling. So we're really finding the length, opening up the hips. And then when we exhale, we drop, we find the compression, the hips squeeze in. One last one, full inhale. And then exhale back. Now we're going to do some hip circles. So on your next inhale, come to the left side, wrapping all the way up. And then as you exhale, you go back the right side, dropping all the way down. Let's find one more of those this way. Inhaling up to the left and rounding back to the right as you exhale. Let's switch directions now. So let's inhale up to the right. Feel the hips open up, heart open up. And then exhale down to the left. One more circle all the way. Inhaling. Exhaling. Perfect. Let's just stay here and child pose, just for 1 breath. Just rocking left and right. So rocking your hips over each heel. Just giving your hip flexors a little massage. And just feel how much more relaxed your hips are now. Just a few stretches. Let's find one more breath here. And slowly make your way up. We're gonna come to the wall. So here, I'm gonna guide you through this. So go ahead and find one side of your mat. You bring your butt up to the wall. Lie down onto your side, and once you have your tailbone all the way against the wall, you just flip your legs up from here. So once you're here, take your time, and we're bringing the cushion under us. So we're just gonna bring the soles of the feet to the wall, pick up the hips, and bring the cushion right underneath. Easy. Wonderful. So here, we're just gonna find a few breaths, just doing nothing. So, I know we all love hearing that. So just let your heels become just about hip width apart, so they're going straight up. This might be different for some of you. You might have to bring the heels together, but let's start to just wiggle the fingers and the toes. The toes, not the fingers. And then make some circles with the ankles, going both directions. Just getting the blood flow going. And then maybe bobbing the knees, just one after another. Maybe doing some windshield wipers with the legs together and opposite. So right away you start feeling that blood sensation just rolling down. That's your lymphatic system activating. Cleans out all your toxins in your body. Does a lot for you. It's a big part of the immune system. So once you're here, let's find still legs. Find out a position where you can leave your legs completely relaxed and they're just dropping on the wall, just fully relaxed, and you start to feel those subtle sensations of all that blood and that lymph just making its way down your legs. From here, while we're sitting here, fully still, let's find 2 big breaths into the stomach. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowing down your breath, keeping it deep. One more inhale. And exhale everything out. And from here, we're going to open up the legs. We're coming into happy baby. So this can look very different for a lot of us. So this is about my comfortable spot. If you need it less intense, you just walk heel toe the feet to the middle. If you want it more intense, you heel toe the feet to the outside and down towards the ground. You'll feel where your groin finds that comfortable level. So depending on how warmed up you are right now, if you're just going to bed right now, you might be able to get a little bit deep. But if you're just now waking up, you might not be able to get very deep here. So wherever you're feeling, or however good you're feeling in your hips, just find that 80% and then breathe. If this is too intense, in general, being in happy baby here, because gravity can make this very strenuous over time, you can bring the feet together. So this is a butterfly variation. So still, we're letting gravity do its thing. It's pulling the knees open, opening up the groins, relaxing the hips, just opening them up. Everything is relaxed. So wherever you're at, whatever variation you chose, let's find just 2 more breaths, breathing into the stomach. Full stomach breath, just giving some relaxation to the lower back. One more inhale, and full exhale. And slowly bring the legs back up the wall. Maybe give a little wiggle, some windshield wipers. Just feeling those sensations that you're going through. Maybe you're starting to feel that relaxation in the lower back if you started this flow with a lot of tension and pain. If you feel okay, if you're not in too much pain, let's bring the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into that twist. So we're gonna keep this left leg straight and drop it all the way down. But if you, so we're on a cushion right now, so if you want to stay on this cushion, it makes it a little bit more intense. So all you got to do is bring the left sole of the foot to the wall, pick up the hips, and drop the left hip on your pad. So it might seem simple, but it's very difficult once you already come down. So then straighten back out that left leg, and then let it fall all the way to the left. So you come into a deep supine twist. So it might bring the right knee all the way to the ground. You might look to the right. So from here, we're just going to find 2 breaths. Full breaths into the stomach. Breathing with your diaphragm. The slower your breath, the slower the heart rate, and the more the nervous system can just relax. One more exhale. On your next inhale, let's slowly come back up. Let your legs unravel. Readjust your hips, maybe pedal out the knees, windshield wiper the hips. And now we're bringing the left leg over the right leg. Again, pick up the hips, bring the right hip to the pad. If you're wanting to stay on the cushion, that is. Straighten out the right leg again, dropping all the way to the right. So finding wherever you're comfortable, maybe that knee can come down the rest of the way. Breathing into the stomach. Let's find 2 full breaths. Just slow it down a little bit maybe. Just letting that left knee become a little bit heavier. Opening up the left shoulder to the side for your last breath. Full breath. And slowly unravel your legs. Inhale, coming back up. Wonderful. And here we're going to enjoy our Shavasana here. If you would like, you can come into Happy Baby or Butterfly and enjoy your Shavasana there. But if you really like how this feels with your lymphatic system activating, just flushing out your legs, you can stay up here. So wherever you're at, just inviting your Shavasana or your inning pose with one big breath in through the nose and exhaling the mouth, letting everything go. And then going back to that regular breath rhythm. Just enjoying the stillness that you've created. And wherever you're feeling pain at, or tension, or physical stress before this flow, really do your best to send your breath to those areas. Just gentle breathing. Enjoying those sensations that come from your breath work. And just being open to receive in your Shavasana.